The Coyote Twin, Vermilion's downtown theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
"24 Hours of Giving" wrapped up at noon today. We'll be live with a representative from Unite for USD.
We'll have that and more coming up. Coyote News starts right now. Student organizations celebrate Black History Month. Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Jacob Pierce.
And I'm Xander Hull. We'll get to that story in a moment, but first, a bill that would have funded a new state prison died in the House of Representatives. House Bill 1025 would authorize the Corrections Department to build a new prison in Lincoln County. The bill was voted on Friday and failed 35-34, but the vote was brought back on Monday and tied 35-35. The bill needed a 2/3 majority to be reconsidered, so it was deemed a loss.
A bill regarding carbon dioxide pipelines is halfway to the governor's desk. House Bill 1085 would stop carbon dioxide pipeline construction in South Dakota until federal safety regulations are in place. The bill passed in the House yesterday with a vote of 40-30. It now heads to the Senate for consideration.
The Domestic Violence Safe Options Services is set to close in Vermilion. The Main Street office will close this Friday. The agency crisis line will remain active with limited victim services available until June 30th. After that date, all services provided by SOS will end. A transition of services to River City Domestic Violence in Yankton is currently underway. All monetary and supply donations should be arranged with the River City program. SOS served the Clay, Union, and Turner counties in South Dakota for 45 years.
Community members and alumni had the chance to donate to the university and its student organizations with Unite for USD. The fundraiser held carnival-style games like tic-tac-toe and plinko, where students could win shirts, stickers, and snacks. Sodak Soda held a gourmet soda bar with USD-inspired drinks. More festivities included a cup pong tournament and bingo. Coyote News' Kylie Parisian is live in the muck with the USD Foundation Donor Relations Coordinator to talk more about Unite for USD. Kylie?
Thanks, Jacob. I'm here with Casey Tubbs. Casey, Unite for USD just happened. What was the outcome of this event?
The outcome was amazing. It was one of our best years so far. We're always striving to continue improving and continue building. We really strive for participation and impact in Unite for USD. So we had a challenge that was, we were founded in 1862, so we had a challenge to get 1,862 donors, and we surpassed that. We had over 1,900. So really great turnout. We surpassed our profits earned, and yeah, it's a great time.
What is your favorite memory from this past day?
Oh my gosh, there were so many things. I loved our carnival theme. If the students were around, you know that you got free cotton candy and popcorn and churros and corn dogs, and it was just a time for everyone to come together and have fun and unite with people.
And then how does this initiative help strengthen the community when it comes to the students, the faculty, as well as the alumni?
Yeah, so we have a bunch of initiatives for Unite for USD, and all of them are kind of based in a different part of the campus. So we have academic initiatives, athletic, things like Charlie's Cupboard and the Student Emergency Fund, and all of these kind of come together to strengthen the students. They go towards scholarships, facilities, and just things to make the students' lives better and to strengthen our USD community.
Thank you so much, Casey. Live from the muck with Coyote News, I'm Kylie Parisian.
Thanks, Kylie. Nearly $2.7 million were raised for Unite for USD from over 1,900 donors.
2 students won large Coyote cash prizes by showing off their Black history knowledge. On Thursday, the Office of Multicultural Affairs hosted the Black History Month Trivia Bowl. The questions covered politics, music, and culture. Graduate Assistant for the Office of Multicultural Affairs, Marvin Munyua, says he created the event to inform people about Black history.
So it's not all about suffering, the suffering that Black people have endured in the past, but also the successes that we have managed to achieve.
First and second place winners were awarded $125 and $75 Coyote cash prizes. The Office of Multicultural Affairs does not have any events planned right now, but raised money at Unite for USD to fund future outreach programs. Saturday was doused with African culture, with students and faculty showing off their heritage. The African Students Association hosted their annual African Night in the Muck Ballroom. Dr. Mujai Avose started the event and was one of the honorees of the night. A fashion show followed in which students walked the runway in a mixture of traditional and modern attire, along with a flag of their country of origin. Other activities included an Ethiopian-style mock wedding, a spoken word reading, and traditional dishes. Wrapping up the night, student Tiobusta Desta was crowned at this year's Miss Africa USD. Coming up, Pi Beta Phi helps out students at the elementary school. You're watching Coyote News.
What does the group think?
We think a strength is their brand recognition.
This is Zoe, and you're listening to Afternoon Rap on KAOR 91.1 FM. This is my next selection. Hey Sally, come check this out.
I like it. What if you try this?
We're out.
What did you think of your performance today?
I believe I did well. I achieved what I needed to do for the team. The team actually functioned the way we needed to. We did our 111th and we were able to make plays.
This is Coyote News.
More music events are happening throughout the week on campus and in the community. The Caribbean Coyote Steel Band concert is taking place tonight in the Colton Recital Hall. The Symphony Orchestra concert will take place on Friday night in Alf's Auditorium. Both concerts will be live streamed and open to the public at no charge. The National Music Museum will celebrate Women's History Month by highlighting the impact of women in music. Discovery Saturday will feature a music storytime, one-woman show, and guided tour. The Department of Music's Spring Choral Showcase is Sunday at 3. It will be live in Alf's Auditorium and live-streamed. More information about future performances can be found on the Music Live events page on the USD website. A USD professor has their own photography exhibition open at a gallery in town. Coyote News' Kylie Parisian is back live in the muck with the professor. Kylie?
Thanks, Jacob. I'm here with John Banashik. John, what inspired you to create your exhibit that's currently posted at Coyote Gallery?
Well, what really started the whole thing going, it was going to the Civic Council secondhand store in Vermilion, and I found a little box of figures. They're little tiny people in a box for 75 cents. And they just looked fascinating. I thought, I could do something with these things, but I didn't know what. I took them home and I set them on the radiator. You know, my cat was looking at them, you know, like, what, little people? I don't know. But I was doing my morning exercises one day, and I thought, I'm going to set some of those things up around the house. You know, the house looking like some, you know, from ground level, looked like some big waiting room, you know, like a train station or something. You know, there's a lot of wood and everything. And so I set them up. I had a book light hanging around, and I turned that thing on. The cat was interested in that too. And I set things up, and it really looked like people standing around waiting. And I thought, yeah, it looks interesting. So I started grabbing some other stuff that was close by and setting it up like big statues and maybe paintings or some kind of exhibit that might be in a big waiting room. And that just kind of started it off. Somebody gave me about 80 rolls of film for a large format camera. And I thought, well, I'll load up my big camera and set it on the ground, just start taking pictures. And, you know, within a few hours, I had about 80 rolls done. And I thought, well, that was a lot of fun, and developed them and started printing them, and it just kept going.
And it sounds like photography has a lot of storytelling elements through it. And you, as a professor for over 40 years, how has this changed throughout the years? And what have you noticed with students' artwork and photography?
Well, what I noticed most recently is that a lot of people like to know something about the older processes, analog, but even way back until you go back to the early 1800s when photo was just being in its early stages of evolution. And so we mix up a lot of old processes, some old emulsions that have their own kind of dialect of photography. There's a different feel with each one. We print on leaves, we print on fabric, we print on wood. We mix up our own emulsions, we make our own cameras. We don't even use electricity for some of the processes. And you really get some interesting results. And so, depending on what kind of story you want to tell, you might pick some specific kind of process that seems to most powerfully present it. And so a lot of people like that these days. There's some people that come in and they say, is this an analog class? If it's not, they don't want to take it because they already know digital.
And through this experience as being a professor, what has been your most rewarding experience, especially having your son work for the tourism, for photography?
Well, it's every day going in, and there's a classroom of people on their own visual adventures. They don't know where they're going to go. I don't know where they're going to go, and that's what's exciting. They don't have anything in their mind that is settled on that, I have to go and illustrate this vision that I have in my head. No, they're out trying to find it, and so it's so exciting to be a part of it.
Thank you so much, John. Live from Coyote News, I'm Kylie Parisian.
Thanks, Kylie. The Mysterious Discovery in Jordan Photography exhibition is open at the Coyote Gallery in downtown Vermilion until Friday.
2 students were honored with the Graduate Excellence in Teaching Award. Anna Van Holland is the first place winner. She's a teaching assistant in the Department of English. Van Holland's taught Composition 1, Business Writing, and Introduction to Literature courses and is expected to graduate in May. Second place recipient, Nicole Schneider, is pursuing a doctorate in biological science. Schneider has taught biology for educators and a variety of lab sections. One sorority is tackling the literacy crisis in America. Coyote News' Lydia Sweetman spoke with students helping out at the elementary school.
Champions Our Readers is a part of Pi Beta Phi's philanthropy, Read, Lead, Achieve, an initiative focused on tackling children's literacy. This program offers one-on-one attention to the Vermilion kindergartners.
Children's literacy is a big problem in America right now, and so Champions Our Readers is a more direct way that we get to participate in the classrooms and actually help with children's literacy.
CAR implements research-based activities into their programs. These programs are designed to help students with literacy, and research has proven them to be successful for students learning to read and write.
Today they had little mystery bags, and they pulled out letters, and then they had to sort them, and then they got to write words depending on what letter they chose. So it's super fun, and the kids really enjoy it, and the Pi Phis really enjoy it.
This program offers one-on-one attention to the Vermilion Elementary School kindergartners. Members meet with students once a week and specifically work on reading and writing activities.
We also have another opportunity for girls that aren't able to participate in this on this exact day called Book Buddies. That is essentially the same. They will go in on their own time once to twice a week for 30 minutes to an hour, and they have a specific group of kids that they sit and work with, and they work on reading, writing activities. I have over 30 girls throughout the district from St. Agnes to Vermilion Elementary School from kindergarten through 5th grade.
For Coyote News, I'm Lydia Sweetman.
Sorority members visit the elementary school on Wednesday to promote their philanthropies initiative.
Do you think you have what it takes to be a 5th grade tutor? That was the question posed at Love of Learning's Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grade Tutor Trivia Bowl held on Friday. Participants were quizzed on a variety of topics from geography to Vermilion High School graduation rates. LOL President Calista Weisman says their goal is to help students who may be struggling.
We want to help foster a love of learning for middle school and high school students in Vermilion, and to hopefully get up those graduation rates, as well as just college acceptances as well.
Attendees could also guess the number of Smarties in a jar for a prize, help themselves to a popcorn bar, and more. Proceeds from the event go toward funding free school lunches for middle and high school students in Vermilion. Submissions for IdeaFest are now open. IdeaFest is a 2-day research symposium for undergraduate and graduate student research, creative scholarship, and academic engagement. Students can present their work through oral presentations, panel discussions, exhibits, and more. The symposium will take place on April 9th and 10th. Submissions are due Monday, March 3rd. Students can email the IdeaFest committee at ideafest@usd.edu with any questions. Updates can be found on their Facebook and Instagram.
Next, on Coyote Sports, the men's basketball team faces top-ranked St. Thomas.
And the Vermilion girls basketball team faces Canton in the first round of the regional qualifiers.
Could I get a triple jelly donut extreme?
They have just left the building.
Tune in weekly to Triple Jelly Donut Extreme to hear three friends host civil debates on the biggest video game topics. Listen in on 91.1 KAOR. Triple Jelly Donut Extreme, a show you won't want to miss.
This is Coyote News.
Swim and Dive finished their season with the Summit League Championships. This is Coyote Sports, and I'm Maggie Bishop.
And I'm Parker Orr. The softball team won 4 of 5 in the Lion Classic as McKenna Young took Peak Performer of the Week. The men's basketball team competed against the #1 ranked team in the Summit League last week. In the game against St. Thomas, the Tommies led for the first half. The Coyotes grabbed their first lead of the game 3 minutes into the second. It went back and forth between the Tommies and the Coyotes in the final minutes. With 4 seconds left, St. Thomas missed a 3-point attempt. Chase Forte scored 2 free throws to secure the win for the Coyotes 85-80. Forte led the team with a career high of 30 points. He also added 9 rebounds and 4 assists. USD went on to play Omaha on the road and lost that matchup 93-85. A former USD men's basketball head coach has been fired. Craig Smith was fired by Utah on Monday. He'd been there for 4 years with a record of 65-62. Smith was the head coach for South Dakota from 2014 to 2018. The Coyotes went 79-55 under Smith. Current Coyote head coach Eric Peterson was Smith's assistant when he accepted the job at USD.
The women's basketball returns home after 2 losses on the road. USD first faced Omaha, losing 71-57 after 20 points from Alexi Hempy. Then St. Thomas won 66-57 despite South Dakota scoring 42 points by halftime, as Grace Larkin scored 21 points. The team plays Denver for senior night in the first half of the doubleheader. Larkins needs 17 points to pass Nicole Seekamp for second in all-time scoring at USD. Another school record fell in track and field as USD got 11 event titles at the SDSU Last Chance meet. Avery Schmeichel broke the school record in the 60-meter hurdles after coming up just short of last week. Schmeichel finished 100th off of the school record at the Tyson Invitational before breaking in while finishing second. The team also saw success in the 800-meter run as Sydney Stodden and Evan Jansen won in the women's and men's races with personal best. The team heads back to Brookings for the Indoor Summit League Championships. The men look for their third straight indoor title, while the women look to reclaim the title for the third time in the last 4 years.
6 school records and 23 medals highlighted the Swim and Dive Championships. Emily Kahn led the way for USD, earning 3 gold medals as the Coyotes finished second in men's and women's. Emily DeProspero was named the newcomer of the championships after getting 3 individual silver medals and improving her school record in the 1650 freestyle. South Dakota ends their season with plans to compete in the new pool next year. Coyote News' Nathan Delaney is live in the muck with Kahn after she won her 3rd straight gold medal in the 100-yard freestyle at the Summit League Championships. Nathan?
Thanks, Parker. So, Emily, how does it feel to have won 3 straight 100-yard free titles?
It feels really good. It's cool to kind of go out when you're on the top, so it was really fun to do.
How do you feel about your time here at USD with this being your senior year and your senior season?
I'm pretty emotional about it. I've had a lot of fun this year and all the past 3 years, so it's definitely going to be hard to leave, but I'm really grateful for all the time that I've had here, and yeah, I'm just really grateful.
Are you happy with the team's overall finish at Summit League Championships?
I am, yeah. We did a really good job. My freshman year, we kind of fought for second, and this year we still got second, but we have a lot of newcomers that have coming in. We are a deeper team. It's just really exciting, and I think the team's going to do a lot of really good things.
How do you feel about the future with you and the other seniors stepping out?
I think it's definitely going to be a big adjustment. It always is each year when the seniors leave, but we're a strong team. We've been through a lot, so I think they're going to do a really good job, and there's a lot of fast freshmen coming in, and everyone's going to step up and just really do well.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Nathan Delaney.
Thanks, Nathan. Kahn is the first South Dakota swimmer to surpass 10 gold medals, ending her career with 11.
USD softball traveled back to Commerce, Texas to compete in the Lion Classic. South Dakota lost their 4th straight game against Prairie View A&M in an 8-4 loss. McKenna Young threw 14 strikeouts as South Dakota won their 4-1 in Game 2 of the doubleheader. USD picked up another win as Clara Edwards hit her first home run of the season to beat East Texas A&M 3-2. The Bats picked up an 8-4 victory for the Coyotes in Game 2. South Dakota picked up an 4th win in a row after Edwards allowed 0 runs in an 8-0 victory. Young earned her first career Peak Pitcher of the Week honor after 27 strikeouts on the weekend. The team heads down to Virginia to compete in the Prairie Spartan Challenge. The women's golf team opens its first and 4th meets of the Summit League Championships. Ella Greenberg led the way for USD, finishing 28th in a +8 score. The team finished 18th at the Rio Verde Collegiate Invitational. The team heads to Texas next week for the West Texas Classic.
The USD tennis team made a short trip to Sioux Falls to face Northern Illinois. The Coyotes started strong with Grace Chaddock and Bay Havlikova winning their doubles matches and singles matches, as well as Selena Bird and Anna Medvedeva winning their doubles match, as USD lost 4-3. The team then traveled to Iowa State to make up for a postponed match last week. The Coyotes weren't able to win a matchup, losing 7-0. The team competes again Friday in Sioux Falls against Connecticut. Vermilion wins their first regional game for the final home game of the season. Freshman Taylor Roovers and the Tanagers started slow in the first quarter, but thanks to 3 straight threes, Vermilion caught fire. The Tanagers led 37-24 at halftime, behind 21 points from Roovers. Vermilion extended its lead in the second half, winning 71-36 as Roovers finished with 32 points and 13 rebounds. The girls will face Dakota Valley on the road tomorrow night for a spot in the Sodak 16. The winner hosts a tournament game next Thursday for a chance at going to state.
That's it for Coyote Sports.
When we come back, we ask students about Mount Rushmore. Stay with us.
This is Coyote News.
Voting for the SGA presidential election closed at 5 today. Mohammed and Teobistia Burhanu ran against Keegan Baker and Elizabeth Hart. The votes are still being tallied. As soon as they're in, Coyote News will share the election results on our social media platforms. A mountain in China is going viral for its resemblance to a dog's face. The original post was uploaded by Shanghai-based designer Guo Qingshan, who captioned the photo Puppy Mountain because of its resemblance to a dog's head rested on the ground next to the Yangtze River. The post quickly became a sensation in China and even created a tourist destination. Many dog owners started to share pictures of their dogs to see which one had the closest resemblance to the mountain. Most people enjoy watching TV in their free time.
We asked our Instagram followers if they would rather watch a movie or binge a show.
With binging a show, I just got done with binging X-Men 97. What a fantastic show, I cannot lie.
Really? See, I'm gonna have to go the opposite. I have to say I'd rather watch a movie. You might not know this, but I used to be a film study minor.
Oh, really?
I know, but let's see the results.
Yeah. And I win again. Follow our Instagram page for more weekly polls.
Mount Rushmore is one of South Dakota's most popular tourist attractions. The mountain sculpture hasn't changed much since being completed in 1941.
We asked students who they would add to Mount Rushmore and why.
Here's what they had to say.
Throw on Elon Musk just because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people would complain about it. It'd be kind of fun.
Tate McRae, because she's just a boss queen, so.
LeBron James, because he's the GOAT.
Probably LeBron, because he's the GOAT.
LeVon Bond, because he's the GOAT.
I would add the squirrel from Ice Age, Scrat. I think it would make a great addition to Mount Rushmore.
Dr. Beate, one. She's pretty good. She's a great teacher, and I think she deserves to be up there.
I would add Chapel Roan because she's really nice to look at.
Caitlin Clark.
I would put myself.
Jesus. Myself. Because why wouldn't you want to be in a mountain?
Susan B. Anthony. I mean, where are the women's rights movement without her?
I think Donald Trump because he is my favorite president.
I'd add my grandpa. His name was Doug, and he was the mayor of Pierce, Nebraska.
I'm going to go with Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with my great uncle. He worked on Mount Rushmore, he helped build it, and his name is on the plaque, and it's spelled wrong. They spelled my last name wrong. Yeah.
See, I was just going to say Michael Cera because I like him as an actor.
I'm going to have to go with my mom because she pays for my groceries.
Fair enough. That's all for Coyote News.
Pick up the Volant for a look at how students are building beds for the community.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and your coverage of USD sports.
Don't forget to follow our social media pages for daily updates and the weekly poll. Have a great night.